Hey guys, and welcome to Petrol Ped, and welcome to a little bit of Italy in the middle of the Festival of Speed. Today is actually the last day of the Festival of Speed, but for me it's a very special day because a couple of months ago I flew out to Lake Como in Italy for the first rides of the Alfa Romeo Tonale, a car that I really did like, but it's having its dynamic debut here at the Festival of Speed, and it's only running twice over the weekend. Yesterday it was driven by a Formula 1 driver, Zhou Jiangyu. Today it's being driven by me. And that's a real honour. So I've come in early. I've got myself a cappuccino. I'm getting into La Dolce Vita, embracing my inner Italian. I think today's going to be pretty special. So yes, another Alfa driving experience here at the Festival of Speed. This is actually my fourth Festival of Speed in a row where I've been invited by Alfa to drive something. The very first year was still one of the most memorable things ever. I got to drive a classic 1900 SS from the Alfa Museum up the hill, an absolutely unbelievable car, the only one in the world. And then the last 2 years I've driven actually two different variants of the Giulia AR Racing Edition, and then last year the GTA. This year's car is a little bit less power, the new Tonale. This isn't actually the same car I drove in Italy. In Italy I drove the TI. This is the Veloce variant, so it's actually got the flappy paddle shifters behind the steering wheel, which is one of the things that I thought the TI missed. It is only 160 horsepower hybrid, so I'm not going to be setting any records going up the hill today, but it's a beautiful looking car. It is its dynamic debut, and I think it's going to be still a very special experience. Okay, so we are now driving down to the start line. I've actually got a passenger. She's just off camera, you can't quite see her, but if you hear some screaming a bit later, Caroline is sat next to me. So she's never been up the hill before at the Festival of Speed, so although you've been to the Festival of Speed quite a few times.
Yes.
So we're actually following Ben Collins, the Stig, in the car in front in the Lucid Air. They've moved the order around a little bit because he keeps catching people up because that thing is so rapid. Little bit more relaxed, this one. Kind of we drive down from the first glance paddock down through the sort of edge of the retail and then join the start-finish line. So a little bit different to some of the other runs I've been doing this week. So this is the Veloce version of the Tonale, so I do have the nice extended typical Alfa flappy paddles. In terms of drive mode, I've put it into dynamic mode, I've turned the traction control off, and I've also stiffened up the suspension because this has got the adaptive suspension on it. And that's it really. I'd be interested to see what it's going to be like up the hill. It's a beautiful sunny day, it's nice and dry, so we should have a bit of fun really. And what have we got behind? We've got a convertible Bentley behind, so that's always going to be good. I'm sure there's a good chance of him catching me up, to be fair. So we'll see what we do.
Let's see how we go.
Possibly go wrong.
We could hit a bale.
Oh, thanks.
Only tap it.
Exactly.
Tap a bale.
Exactly. So we've arrived in the first kind of holding area. The start to the hill climb is literally just there. The batch before us is the supercar run. There's actually the 599XX, which I went in yesterday. Absolutely epic car. So all the cars are being held here. So yeah, the Tonale, it's not going to be the fastest car up the hill. That's not what it's designed for. However, it'll be a really good test. It's got that Alfa steering and that Alfa feel, the Alfa suspension. I think this car just is the power that it just needs. It should be fun, that's for sure. Yeah, so I'm there. Car in front. Am I going to catch you up, mate?
I hope not.
Yeah, because that'd be way embarrassing for you if I did. Yeah, the chances of me catching the stick in that are 0. Here we go. That's it. Come on, baby. That's all you got. I didn't get caught up, this is good. Didn't say a great deal there. I think that's about as fast as you're going to get a Tonale up the hill. How was that?
Brilliant. Didn't get caught by, I think it's a BMW.
Yeah, this is good. This is good. So, safely up the top of the hill. That was a little bit frantic. We were sat waiting for the supercars to go, and then suddenly everyone was like called to their cars, and we were like the third up, so it was a bit frantic getting the helmets on and just getting into the car, and then you kind of, I'm not great in that situation. I'd rather just have a bit of time to make sure I'm in the right drive mode, and I'm not sure I was in the right drive mode actually, but that was as quick as the car's going to go up the hill. But as I said, that's not what this car's designed to do. It's really not designed to be spanking it up the hill in front of 60,000 people. But what I did feel, which I couldn't really get to grips with on the launch in Lake Como, was the steering feel, the suspension feel. You know, I never put it into, in fact the car I had in Lake Como didn't have the firmer suspension setting, so that just firmed the car up. Through the corners it was nice and flat. You know, it wants more power, but as I said, when later on in the summer, I think it's September, October time, there's going to be the plug-in hybrid variant, and I'm very excited. I'll be going out to Italy, to Bolocco, with a bit of luck, to drive that, and that's going to have about 270 horsepower, and I think that will transform that car. But yeah, such fun. I mean, what a privilege to drive up the hill. And then because we're behind the supercar batch, you just get the most incredible car park in the world. There's kind of every supercar and performance car and hypercar you can imagine parked over there, with the great and the good of the motor racing and car world. It's just absolutely stunning, amazing thing. But I hope you enjoyed that. I think Caroline, I know you couldn't see her off camera, she was quite quiet, but I think she had a really good time. She enjoyed the ride as well. She's been coming to Festival of Speed for years but had never been up the hill, and I remember my first time as a passenger up the hill. It's a really special experience. So yeah, good fun, really good fun. Anyway, now we'll kind of congregate here, we have a bit of a walk around, look at all the nice cars, and then we'll jump back in the cars, head back down the hill to the first glance paddock. But yeah, superb, absolutely great fun, and it looks fantastic in the sunshine as well. So this is a nice bit, so you get to come back down the hill and you get to wave at the marshals, and it's the fun bit. In fact, probably coming down the hill is the more at home that this Tonale has felt, to be honest. It's perfect. Mooching along. I know him. I'd said to him I'd look out for him on this one. What a view, the best view in Sussex. finish line.
What an awesome experience.
It's cool, huh?
Yeah.
Your first Goodwood Hill Climb is
Goodwood
always
Hill
a good
Climb.
one.
It's always, yeah, brilliant. Loved it.
And then the cool beat gets to drive back through the crowds.
Yeah, back to the crowds.
So there we go. Right,
Yeah.
I'm going to turn the cameras off. Finish the video on the stand, I think. Now then, safely back in the garage. What an experience. Driving up the hill at the Festival of Speed is always something very, very special. And although that's not a performance car, it's still got the handling characteristics of an Alfa, and it was a real joy to drive up the hill. Huge thank you to Alfa Romeo for the invite. We've just got to work out what we're going to drive next year, because that's now 4 years running driving for Alfa Romeo here at the Festival of Speed. I'll put details for Alfa, check out the Tonale below, but it's coming to the UK very soon. As I said, the plug-in hybrid version comes a little bit later this year, and with a bit of luck I'll be going to Italy to get my hands on that, and I think that for me will just give it that extra performance that I really want from the car. But for now, I'm going to go off and head back to the Alfa stand, grab myself a coffee, but I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Comments below are always welcome, and if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to Petrol Ped for plenty more content to come, and I'll see you on the next film, guys. You take care. Drive safe.